Namaste, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. I'm very happy to be with you today, and I'm also very honored. I'm very honored with Dr. Joshi of the Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts and Dr. Jayanti Ravi. We have known her for some time and seen her inspiration and dedication to the Bharatiya culture, civilization on all levels. It has been many years since I've been at this foundation, this organization, but there's a few things I want to bring to mind about it as well. India has more art than any other country or civilization in the world. It also has more living art than any other cultural or civilizational area of the world. It has a civilization in which art and spirituality, the whole temple culture, has gone on for thousands of years and has inspired the entire world. So it's very important to awaken and sustain and support these artistic traditions and share them and unite them globally in a spiritual yogic vision. And this is something that Sri Aurobindo was also dedicated to. He was one of the greatest poets that the world has ever seen. He also spoke about the meaning of art, aesthetics, ananda, besides his work with yoga, philosophy, politics, and even global relations. That means the unification of these two organizations is very powerful, very crucial, and should be very inspirational for India and also for the entire world. And we're saying this at an era in which culture is in decline almost everywhere, certainly in Europe and also in the United States. And India is a country today where we have both an economic awakening and a cultural awakening and a spiritual awakening, which we're not seeing elsewhere in the world. But it is showing that India has the ability to adjust and adapt to this global era and this high-tech era, and at the same time to awaken traditions of thousands of years. This is the great Rishi vision. And I think we can all say, and it has been said before, that if there is any one great figure of India's independence movement who can be called the Rishi, and the Rishi of the future of Bharat and the world, it is Sri Aurobindo. And we need to embody that Rishi vision that he had. And here we have two institutions coming together who have the capacity, the vision, the experience, and the connections to do so. Now, recently I was on a television program, and I was asked to discuss what Narendra Modi meant by Ram Rajya, which would be becoming something, some people might take it in a political way. And the point I raised, and I think that is also inherent there, that this inner spiritual, cultural, national awakening and spreading of the Bharatiya culture, the Rishi, the Yogi, civilization throughout the world is Ram Rajya, and is the influence of Ram Rajya that is developing, which is to awaken that consciousness of Sri Ram, which is the respect for Dharma and the working for our highest potential for all to arise and affect and transform the world today. So I think that we can also look at the city of Oroville as the potential to embody such a new Ram Rajya, and also then to bring together this aspiration of humanity and this ability to manifest this greater spiritual culture in this futuristic cosmological age that we are beginning to see, and to also give us the inspiration and the wisdom to handle this powerful technology. Oroville itself is at a crossroads because it has been now, a village of 2,000-3,000 people. And for the future, it is being envisioned as a city of 50,000 people with more connections from throughout the world, and also as a place of study, learning, interconnections, work study, as Jayanti has said, so that we can build a new humanity in harmony with the vision of the ancient rishis, which have been with us from the dawn of history. Almost every civilization, ancient culture, has its 7 sages, has its great elders. These are also connections with that rishi tradition. So how we take the rishi tradition forward into another century, and of course the guidance of Sri Aurobindo, who was the great rishi of the 20th century, has given us the vision and the ability to do so. So Oroville was not just simply born of the need to have another city or even connection with other cities in the world. It was meant to embody a higher aspiration and be a place where a higher consciousness and a new intelligence for humanity could be born, spread, shared, and taught. So Oroville has a great educational legacy and heritage to fulfill, and that is being envisioned and awakened today. We had a spiritual gathering in Oroville, and we discussed the possibility of a Oroville teaching the Vedic knowledge in a new and transformative way, a secret of the Vedas school, and making the Vedas again come to life in all aspects of life. You might say the largest Rishikula going on, and awakening Oroville's role to be a place of guidance. But to be a place of guidance, we also have to embody that guidance in our own lives. And Sri Aurobindo and the Mother have provided very specific teachings for dealing with psychological issues, personal issues, communication issues. And we must remember then that it's not just a question of creating buildings, it's also an issue of creating a deeper and lasting inspiration and also aspiration to the highest truth and realization. And that is what humanity needs today. And that is what Oroville needs to awaken to in this 150th year. And in this regard, Sri Aurobindo is better understood and more commonly appreciated and honored in India today than even in 1947. And I would have to say, if there is one figure from India's independence movement who can be the icon, the image, or the inspiration of India, Bharat, for the 21st century and beyond, it is Sri Aurobindo. And at the same time, it was Sri Aurobindo who said all life is yoga. In fact, all the universe, all creation is a yogic experience, experiment, evolution of higher consciousness. So also taking this Rishi Yogi vision to science, to medicine, to economics, to politics, to human relations, social relations, different countries, different traditions, from ancient indigenous traditions to modern art and cutting edge of psychology. Sri Aurobindo's teachings are there and can guide us. And we need to create a place within ourselves. And particularly in India, there needs to be a place on the ground to embody that. And we see that aspiration about Auroville and Sri Aurobindo's work coming up, and also the Sri Aurobindo ashram, and the many people writing on Sri Aurobindo's works and sharing it. And it was also Narendra Modi who wanted Sri Aurobindo to be part of this 150th event. And all throughout the world, it is Sri Aurobindo's vision of the unity of humanity and the greater understanding of who we are as divine beings, and the fact that human beings, we need to be embodying and evolving a higher consciousness. We've had enough of wars. We've had enough of all of our human struggles. We can certainly do a lot better than we've done before. We just need to be awakened and inspired and guided. And that is the force that is now coming out of India, whether it's Ram Rajya, Ram Janmabhoomi, whether it is the new vision for Auroville or IGNCA, that tremendous cultural heritage of India, which is not simply cultural, it is yogic, needs to be awakened and spread and shared, and it can provide tremendous amount of inspiration, but also work, help, guidance for everyone, again, whether it is medicine, psychology, spirituality, ecology, physics, cosmology. It can all come together in that Rishi vision. So I'm very happy to be with you today, and I'm honored to be brought into this situation where I can share what has inspired me. I grew up as a young person in the 60s in America, and I found the works of Sri Aurobindo. I was also involved in poetry, politics, and spirituality, yoga of various types. But from there, I was able to gain a doorway to Upanishads, Vedas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, eventually to Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Integral Yoga, also to yoga in the spiritual side, the healing side, Ayurveda, Jyotish, etc. So all those doorways were opened by the teachings of Sri Aurobindo and the connections that came through that. And I hope we can see that for the entire world. And I think we are seeing it for the entire world. And I think Sri Aurobindo's vision can help everyone. And we need a place like Auroville to embody it, and also to be shared with all of humanity, not just people coming to Auroville, but the Auroville vision coming to all, not just as the vision of a location, but as a state of transformation, higher consciousness, and awakening the creative spirit within us on all levels, as suits our particular dharma and our particular divine connection. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.